Imagine humanity's greatest minds are puzzling over the same deep question. What really happens when we are completely alone with ourselves? Our story starts in ancient Athens, where Aristotle drops a surprising verdict. Anyone who truly enjoys solitude must be either a wild beast or something like a god, leaving no easy middle ground for regular people. Greeks saw humans as social creatures, so loving isolation meant you would either falling below humanity or rising far above it. That tension, does solitude show our weakness or our greatness, became the first thread in a tapestry we've woven ever since. Centuries later in Rome, we found Emperor Marcus Aurelius, ruler of an empire yet feeling utterly alone because few shared his strong principles. He wrote his famous line about learning to live as on a mountain, meaning to build an inner fortress where your truest self can stand firm. His loneliness wasn't chosen, it was the price of keeping his integrity. Meanwhile, his fellow Stoic Seneca practiced solitude like daily exercise. He taught his friend real character means your private thoughts should match your public words, turning solitude into a kind of honesty mirror. Medieval monks like Bartrock then turned solitude into sacred soul work. For them, withdrawing wasn't running away, it was stepping back to aim their hearts more truly toward God. Much later, as France tore itself apart in religious wars, Michel de Montaigne hid in his library tower and discovered something wonderful. We carry a soul inside us that can turn inward and find rich company within itself. His quiet time alone birthed the modern essay showing solitude isn't hiding, but digging deep into who we are. His advice is choose solitude when you can. In 17th century Paris, Pascal watched wealthy people chasing empty pleasures and saw humanity's core problem. Our terror of sitting quietly alone in a room, facing nothing but ourselves. Around that same time, Descartes locked himself in a small heated room and through pure, focused isolation built modern philosophy's foundation. I think, therefore I am. Solitude became his workshop for world-changing ideas. Crossing the ocean, Thoreau spent 2 years alone at Walden Pond and made a quiet discovery. He'd never found companionship richer than solitude itself. True aloneness, he realized, wasn't loneliness, but deeper connection to life. Meanwhile, in Denmark, Kierkegaard wrestled with a harder truth. The crowd is untruth, he wrote, noting even Christ refused the crowd's shallow support. For him, finding your real self meant having the courage to stand utterly apart. Schopenhauer, thinking in his gloomy study, believed smart minds naturally seek solitude because their inner world is full and alive, while others need constant noise to fill their emptiness. Then Nietzsche reshaped the idea. Real solitude, different from loneliness, becomes the sacred fire where individuals forge their own values through what he called self-overcoming. By the 20th century, Jung gave us psychological insight. Fully accepting yourself in solitude is life's hardest but most important task. It forces you to meet your hidden shadow, the parts we hide to fit in. Only by knowing our own darkness, he said, can we wisely face others. Sartre delivered the existential punchline, hell is other people, capturing how even in crowds we're alone in our choices. Camus offered the brave reply, yes, life feels meaningless, but solitude is where we stare into that void and choose to live fully anyway. So what does 23 centuries teach us? Well, solitude isn't about missing others. It's about fully meeting yourself, a mirror showing both our fragility and our strength. The Greeks feared its mystery. The Stoics built inner fortresses with it. Monks found God through it. Montaigne discovered himself in it. Pascal exposed our distractions with it. Descartes reshaped thought using it. Thoreau found friendship in it. Kierkegaard demanded courage from it. Nietzsche forged new visions with it. Jung healed broken pieces through it. And Sartre, well, he just really liked quiet cafes. That wild beast or god Aristotle spoke of were actually both. Solitude is the quiet space where the beast and the god inside us make peace, and where we finally learn to stand among others without losing ourselves. The beautiful secret is learning to be alone is how we learn to be truly alive together.